Hey everyone, what is going on and welcome back to today's video. Now in today's video we're going to be diving into the Kapkan guide to cross him off the list of operator guides I've made over the time. I'm doing Kapkan because YouTube did remove the card system, which I was unaware of, so I decided to go back to the comments and Kapkan won easily with the most likes on the comment. So before we dive into this video, we have to decide who we're going to be doing next week. So down in the comment section down below, there's going to be 3 comments from me, one for Goyo, one for Yana, and one for Frost. To vote, all we have to do is go down in the comment section down below and like the comment of the operator you want to see for next week. And other than that, let's dive into the Kapkan guide. So firstly, we're going to start with the weapon review, then move on to the gadget utilization and finish up with the operator strategies. So let's dive into the weapon review. Kapkan has access to 2 primary weapons, one being the 9x19 VSN, which is a mid-range 9mm SMG which deals 34 damage on 750 rounds per minute. This gun is a very solid weapon to bring to the defensive side. Its fire rate is rather high for the minimal recoil gun, and along with this it has got a solid damage count which will only be taking 3 hits to injure or kill an enemy in the body. There are obviously better alternatives that can be brought, but this weapon is a stable option to bring to the team, pairing this with the weakened enemies you will have facing due to the Kapkan's traps. And in the end, you should be going crazy. His other primary is the SASG-12, the semi-automatic shotgun, otherwise known as the sausage. This shotgun comes through with a solid 49 damage a shot, and this thing shoots incredibly fast if you have a trigger finger and can be very deadly if used correctly. But I would still 100% recommend the use of the 9x19 for any form of competitive play, just because there are far more ranged battles you'll find yourself in than short range, where shotguns do come in handy. Now, diving into his secondary arsenal, he has access to 2 pistols, the PMM, which is a hard-hitting pistol that deals 63 damage a shot, and the GSH-18, which deals 44 damage a shot, with both of them on the trigger finger fire rate. Now, after hearing this, it should be quite evident which pistol you would bring, the PMM. It deals more damage, which is the only difference between these 2 weapons, so I strongly suggest you do bring the PMM as your backup weapon, just because it does more damage. And finally, in regard to Kapkan's equipment, he has access to impact grenades and a nitro cell. Both of these are great things to bring to the defensive side, and really either of these will work pretty well, but you really only need one set of impacts on a team, so if someone else brings impacts because they don't have anything better to bring, I'd say bring the nitro as your choice, but either one will work as well. Now we are going to move on to the gadget utilization. Now if you didn't know already, Kapkan has access to the entry denial device gadget. That is an attachable gadget you can place on any doorway that deals 60 damage when it's triggered by an attacker. Now these traps have a lot of different ways to be used. The most common one you'll find is just to throw all your Kapkans down around the site, and then nothing wrong with this strategy at all, and honestly it's the best way to play Kapkan because I believe you should be anchoring with Kapkan. But the second strategy is you can bring them, placing them down on main entry points of the objective, and then using the remaining Kapkans on doors of common push entry points of objectives, and then remain close to site. Majority of the time an attacker will assume the Kapkans are on the objective or just forget to even check, so putting these traps down on a common push point close to the site is in my opinion the most likely chance to catch someone off guard with some early damage. But obviously if you utilize putting them on site, the enemy will not be checking for them, and in late round situations either, which may also secure you some more kills in damage on the enemy team. And finally, there is the roaming strategy with Kapkan. You take yourself and your traps to above or hold below, or wherever you end up going. You set up your traps surrounding where you're actually going to be roaming and going to give you intel on where you may be getting pushed. This is actually quite an effective strategy, but the problem is it's a waste of an operator. If you do end up getting pushed due to all your traps being nowhere useful and being caught off site, so only do this if it's a high chance of someone pushing this given area that you're going to be roaming in, like going above to the cigar site on cafe when the site's in train. This is a very high possibility that someone will push above you. You can utilize this strategy even if the traps get destroyed, unless it's by a Twitch or a Thatcher. You will hear the gunshot of the enemy destroying it, which will still give you the intel where the enemies are pushing from or roaming for your roaming hold. All 3 of these options are solid to bring Kapkan, but when I personally play Kapkan, I either use strategy 1 or 2. I believe Kapkan is an anchor, and if you want to do that roaming hold, a better operator would maybe be Ella or Legion. Now finally, we're going to be diving into the operator strategies. Now obviously this is whether to anchor or roam with Kapkan, which I've basically already gone over. It's really up to your playstyle. My recommendation would be to play an anchor on the same floor roam if you do choose to pick Kapkan, but roaming is also something that can work if done correctly. Just make sure to bring your traps and with you and secure all of your surrounding entry points to utilize the sound of the traps and the damage, or the sound of the trap being destroyed, which you can work with this along with the cues to be an effective deadly roamer. But playing the site and simply placing your traps on entry points and around close to site are both also effective strategies, and utilizing these can maybe even win your team around, as someone pushes through a doorway and gets blown up due to them already being low health, securing your team the round. So essentially Kapkan could be classified as a flexible operator, but personally I believe you should anchor. But all around, Kapkan still does bring together a lot of usefulness to the team, no matter what you really do with him. So roaming, anchoring, any of that, it all works well, and Kapkan is just a great all-around operator, and that's why he does basically deserve the flex role. And that about wraps up this guide. I hope you guys learned something new while watching this video, and I hope it's what you are looking for. If it didn't, let me know down below so others can see the comments, and let me know if you think I can change up these vids for the better. But otherwise, if you did enjoy this video, consider dropping a like and a sub. This will really help out the channel a lot, as we are on the road to 10k, and every person that helps counts. And I did make this video a lot shorter than my other ones. My other ones have all been over 10 minutes. I don't plan on making them over 10 minutes at all. Sometimes it just happens randomly to be at 10:03, and you guys probably think I'm stinging it out, but I don't. So hopefully you guys enjoy maybe the shorter video. The shorter videos do always do good because it's more content packed into shorter videos. Also, I do stream on Twitch every day except for Saturday at 7:15 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. I'd love to see you guys there too. But other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.